in general, but especially in that business, there's too much approval process. Like whatever we talk about, it'll be faster for us to try it and it be wrong than us week to week continuously discussing it. Where it's like you planning it out. It's like, no, it's like, oh, we should do this on Fridays, like, but then it has to go through like a 6, 3, 5 month process to be like, okay, we're finally gonna do fucking reggae night on Fridays, as opposed to just being like, you guys think that's a good idea? Yeah, okay. Not this Friday. Next Friday is gonna be our first reggae night. Let's try it out for four Fridays in a row and see what the numbers look like and go from there. But then instead, it's a constant talking. Should we do it? I don't know. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, 6 months goes by before it's done. Where it's like we could have found out the answer fucking 4 months ago, and then we could have been moving on to something else.
You could have even died during that time.
What's that?
Could have died during that time.
True. But like that's like people value process. It's like, dude, what's the idea? Okay, let's try it. Doesn't work.
So I tell everybody, fuck the process. Don't work out. Don't do none of that.
No,
Take steroids.
See?
Jump on that. Jump to the finish line, nigga. That's what it's about.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Those are the days that you gotta, hold your discipline.
And I can do it if I know that,
Yeah, I'm doing it too.
Yeah.
But like, how would anybody ever know? Because there's some cheating ass niggas who will they'll be jerking off.
Bro, I realized at the end, there's one guy that lied.
Yeah, and he admitted it though.
He admitted at the end though, which is like, come on.
Which is when you're supposed to though.
Bro, tell us as soon as you beat
congratulations, you won. And
as soon as you nut, you gotta text me and be like, because I want to nut too, bro. What are you saying?
It's like, I'm not trying to go the rest of the month.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're gonna watch me go the rest of the month. You're beating your dick in private and shit. What the fuck do you mean, nigga? Nah, that shit actually vex me. I got you, cheese.
She's like, yo, I fucking didn't beat my dick all this whole time.
And you didn't say nothing?
Yeah, right? No wonder you look so happy, nigga. Shit.
That's crazy. So what you guys up to this weekend? What you saying? What'd you guys do? Yeah, you did the art show yesterday?
Artie's Award, hang out with family and shit, yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, this weekend was kind of chill.
Oh, I guess the camera wasn't on for that.
No, it's on, bro.
No, I meant for that earlier when I was talking about it.
No.
Yeah, but it was Abbotsford Art Awards. It was cool. If you were there, thank you.
How many color people were there?
Colored people?
Yeah.
Percentage-wise. There's brown people. There's Asian people.
There you go.
I'd say maybe 30% of the room.
Okay, good.
Maybe 30% of the room. It was actually not bad at all.
So what's the event? Is it like showing off art? Is it like auction? Like what is it?
No, it's just literally like an award show. So I have a whole script of like people, presenters, and what the award is about. The presenters have a whole script of like what they're supposed to say, and each nominee, there's nominees and shit. Each year you can like put your stuff out. You can nominate yourself.
Yeah.
And then depending how the voting goes, So there's people there that were like, there was like an 11-year-old or something like that. It was so cool, bro. Like some people are really committed to their craft, like from a young age. And she was there with their mom and shit.
What kind of art? Like various, like paintings.
Various. Doesn't really matter what it is. Anything. Even as a comedian, you can do it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to actually apply every year.
Like sculpting and all that stuff.
Sculpting, painting, drawing, dancing, like spoken word, tattoo stuff. Like
poets.
It's a very large, like broad thing. Different categories you can enter, and then like you win and shit.
So you could put yourself in.
100%.
And then what? You get your friends and family to try to vote.
I believe so. I think that's how it works.
Okay.
And it's so sick, and it's like a community thing. I can't swear, so it was like
Was that tough?
No.
Oh, it's pretty easy.
At some point, I realized I was so comfortable that actually I panicked because I'm like, normally when I'm this comfortable, I don't think about not swearing. But it was just I practice a lot though. I rehearsed. I made cue cards, bro. I didn't even make cue cards in high school, nigga. Like, so I was ready. I was nice on that.
How many kids were there?
Like little kids?
Yeah. Like why couldn't you swear? Because there's a little. I'm assuming.
So yeah, there's little kids. It's a family. But it's a community thing. So like like
grandma.
Again, usually white people. So. Again, I thought it was aggressive last year.
Yeah.
But it was sick that they loved it. I'm telling you, bro. When I made fun of this one, specific old white guy that didn't really even like go out of his way to emote. You know those type of people that don't go out of their way to emote if they don't really feel it.
Yeah.
And I made fun of him at some point, and before I even looked at him, bro bursted out fucking laughing, bent over, him and his wife going crazy. I love that shit. Dapped him up. I love dapping up old people. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. It's so nice, bro. I feel like it's transferring wisdom both ways.
So this is your second year doing it.
Yeah, first time in person though, so I was mad nervous.
So what made you want to do it?
Patch.
After or during?
All the videos. I just saw the stories this morning, bro.
Just nervous. The boy's nervous.
I get like that even in general. When I'm into shit,
yeah,
I get sweaty as fuck.
Yeah, it's like competition. It's like fucking. You're playing ball right now.
Yeah. But it just looks weird because I'm dressed up.
So what they do the year before? Like, did you know about it the year before?
I never knew about it.
So how'd you get approached to do it last year virtually and then?
I think I met somebody from the Arts Council without knowing it, and I met him through somebody. I was dropping somebody off for a meeting, and I met the person, and I was just talking the way I talk. It was a great socializing day for me. Like, I felt on and shit.
Yeah.
And I wasn't swearing when I was talking to them because it's an older white person, just like manners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, they really like fucked me, and then they found out that I do comedy, and they're like, oh, you know what'd be cool is if you, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, I'll suggest you, and I'll let you know. And then, yeah, she suggested me, and then the Arts Council approved it, and then they hit me up. I didn't know all these things even existed before this. Yeah. But, yeah, so it worked out.
Did you ever ask like what the approval process was?
No, but I could tell it definitely had to do with the fact that I was black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like that was like a plus?
Yes. 100%.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Dude, like it's it's like when Jay Will, you watched that podcast?
Bro.
Okay, so he talks about how like during like there's a certain point when a bunch of the racism stuff was hot in the States. He's like, the amount of companies that approached me during that time to be like a board member. I'm like, first of all, that's huge. A board member? It's not like you're an ambassador. Man, I got a board member just because he's like, he understands because he's black. Yeah. But also he's like, it tears you guys like, do you do it because like there's not a lot of representation, or do you not do it because you understand what it's about? But it was basically like that, but it didn't come. I didn't feel any disrespect off it at all. Yeah. It was just straight up like, yo, we haven't diversified before. Yeah. So we need to do this.
And sometimes it's not always, they're not coming from it as like a
trying to use you.
Yeah. It's not like we need to fix our image because people think we're this. It's more so like this is what they want. Like we're like,
which is crazy.
Let's bring some more culture, not just black culture, but like comedic, like more like fun shit.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, like I think that is what it is both ways. The image thing. I think just one of them is sincere and the other one is just like, I'm just trying to use you.
This one feels a bit more sincere.
100%. Yeah. And the way they went about it, the respect is there. The respect that I was getting was there. It's nice working these type of events because you really feel like a professional, bro.
For sure.
Like, it's nice as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's nice seeing how surprised people get. And going back to like what bar people have set and shit, I love that. It's nice to see. I love seeing how shocked people are.
Yeah.
Like, it's never been like this. It's usually like awkward moments and this and that. I'm like, bro, I don't know how you could confidently walk on and off stage feeling that awkwardness and be like chilling with it. Like, weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
People do it though. It's like,
but you see it with like conversations. Like you have conversations with people and it's just like, you can just feel it.
But those people are the ones that were getting booked before, right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Those people are, you know what I mean? And no disrespect, at the end of the day, it's just not my style.
Yeah.
But like, I made sure to watch the year before I actually even like, because I was so nervous. I'm like, an awards show?
The year before the virtual one?
Yeah, I made sure to watch like the previous ones and shit, and I, you know what I mean.
Did you watch yours before you did this one? The virtual one? No?
Nah. I'm at a different place. I'm at a way better place now. I'm better than I was at that time.
Yeah. So, that's dope.
You know what I mean?
Sick. Yeah, at least that was a good success.
So happy my parents with that. I one thing I said to my family after was like, I really hope it like alleviated my parents' like stress about it. You know what I mean? About what I'm doing and shit. And like,
was that the first event they've ever came to?
That I'm hosting? Yeah.
Oh, really?
110%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like, they took time off work, switch shifts, all that. Like,
why'd they want to come to this one?
Because I invited them.
You've never invited them before?
I used to invite them or talk about it, and then at some point, it's like if you notice that somebody doesn't respect your craft or what you're doing, at a certain point, it's like I would rather not have that energy with what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I'm noticing progress though, so I'm fucking progressing and shit.
There you go. So, you mean with them that you see like they're a bit more interested and open to it?
Most definitely.
So you were like, come on by.
And I think that was probably a while ago. I'm at that point where I need to see more to feel comfortable. I don't want to ever like lash out because of past shit. I want to make sure I deal with my shit too. I don't want to jump on it just because you're ready. You know what I mean? But yeah, so they were there, and it was fucking sick. It seemed like they left pretty early, but I think it's just because it throws me off. My parents or our family is not very superficial and shit.
Yeah.
So like me coming home wasn't like it was just like another day. You know what I mean? So it kind of threw me off. I'm like, I don't know if they give a fuck. I don't know. But then I noticed, if you really pay attention, you notice like my mom cooked all day. You know what I mean?
Like it's an event type thing?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, we didn't invite crazy amount of people. But like, you know what I mean? If you really paid attention, you could tell that it was like a special day.
Yeah,
all day,
it was different.
Made a bunch of fish and a bunch of like beef and chicken and shit. I'm like, nigga,
where's my plate?
Shit,
nigga. There's no leftovers?
Listen, 45-minute ride. If you actually pull up, I got you.
Bruh.
Oh, he said he's
I got a microwave here still too. What's that?
I just realized you said you're going there today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, no, never mind. You're going to Coquitlam.
Yeah, that's first. I think they live in Maple Ridge.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Sam
and
that Abbotsford?
No.
No. Oh, yeah, no. Never mind. Yeah.
That's so
No, you're right. You're right. I honestly don't know anything past fucking Surrey, bro. If it's past Surrey, it's fucking.
I hate that. So people
You
talk
live
to
in
me
the
like
boondocks?
fucking Chilliwack is closer than Abbotsford.
Yeah, I'm like,
What's
yo,
wrong with
yeah, I'm like, what?
To be fair, up
Put some
until I was
respect on my
driving
name.
there, I thought so too, man. Then I realized, Chilliwack is fucking far.
So that's how you guys look at me? You guys just look at me as like a fucking...
I'm like, this nigga's coming from fucking
No,
the
let's be
slums,
honest.
dog.
So
This
from
guy-
the first day...
I'm like, it's probably coming, and I just hear I just turn around. Like,
Niggas riding a horse and shit. That's crazy, man.
It's funny because I used to go out to Langley all the time for Rams. Like I used to go fucking all the time.
But Langley is more respected, yo.
Yeah, so like
'cause
it's
it's more white
Langley and then
people.
Abbotsford's after
Yes.
Langley. Yeah. So I
The
never
fact
really.
that I have to explain this is
Yeah, but what are you
crazy.
saying? I'm not out there like that.
It's not. It's here. It's right.
not here, bro.
Bro, come
It's
on.
not here. 45 minutes is not here.
Yeah, it's not here.
45 minutes is not here.
I feel so like.
That's halfway to
offended.
Whistler, bro.
I actually feel offended.
That's actually halfway to Whistler.
Halfway to Whistler.
Yeah.
No, it's
And
not.
Whistler seems far as fuck.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But what? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I'm actually gonna
It's
hurt.
tough. But like people who live in the city or close to the city, like Vancouver's fucking 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that's Vancouver. Cross boundary. That's Vancouver.
You don't
It's like
consider this
downtown
Vancouver?
Vancouver's 15 minutes.
You don't consider this Vancouver?
What, Burn? Well, yeah, but I'm saying like to get to downtown Vancouver is 15 minutes.
Sure.
So like if you live in the city,
Vancouver is big,
driving
though.
45 minutes out the city, that's
Yeah.
fucking far, man. Like even White Rock, like when I go see friends in White Rock and stuff, I'm like, fuck, White Rock's so far, man.
Yeah.
It's like 35 minutes.
I understand.
Yeah.
I think it would be worse for me too. I told them where I live. I live right by the highway, so it makes it a lot easier.
Oh, for sure.
Whenever I come into Vancouver, it's like, bro, you get to Vancouver and 20 more minutes to get to your destination.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't. I love that you're right off the highway. Guys, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Driftwood Athletics, man. You got to come check it out. You got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, it's not bad. We exercise pretty hard here.
See that? You can actually cut that up.
Yeah.
I smiled at the end and
A
everything.
little
That's
promo
all.
and everything.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So what you doing this weekend?
I ended up working.
Where'd you work last night?
Hello Goodbye and Grand Room.
How was it?
And where?
And Grand Room. Remember when we walked past? Remember when we met the tall dude who was like 6'7"? And he's like, oh, you should
Oh
come.
yeah. Oh, where you told them to go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. We met this brother from Toronto. Yeah, this like tall black guy. He's just by himself. Wasn't he in sweats?
Yeah, he was just like,
He's like, where's the clubs at? I'm like, nigga, you going to the club? I was like, nigga, you going to the club right now? He's like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like by yourself? This nigga's like 6'7", 6'8". I was like, you tall as shit, bro.
I knew he was tall because like no
Remind me
matter-
of Aaron.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron. Aaron, eh?
I feel short when I'm working with Daniel, but this dude made Daniel look short.
Yeah,
I
he was
like,
tall.
looks like,
He was fucking
damn,
tall.
man.
I love seeing
Nice
people,
guy, too.
People
Yeah.
like you who like have felt tall their whole life meet real tall people.
Yeah. I'm not actually tall.
I love seeing that because then I make fun of you. Me personally, at a certain point, I don't look at anybody as like, unless you at a certain point, then you're like, damn, you're tall. But everybody to me is like at a, you know,
I get like, I'm kind of like, I try not to make eye
everybody's
contact.
5'9" to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to make eye contact. There's no way.
Everybody's 5'9" to me. Until you're above like 6'5".
I haven't been 5'9" since like the 9th grade. Maybe even the 8th grade.
You know, but you know what I mean? Like when you get on the court, there's a certain body type that a bunch of them are all the same when they guard you or to guard and like play against.
Yeah.
But then there's a certain size,
It's
then
over.
it's becoming, I have to like change how I do
Yeah,
shit.
it's game over.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's tough.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
He was like that. He was a bit tall.
Yeah,
Like
he
he
was-
played
nigga,
basketball.
6'7", bro.
Yeah.
If I do, if I'm having to stretch my neck every time we're
Yeah.
talking shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, hold on.
What's
give me a
wrong?
second.
Just chill. I can't look at you in the eye.
I have this guy Tristan, yo. He was 6'8", 6'9" from like middle school, bro. Like real shit. In Abbotsford, TJ. He went to like UW for basketball. And this guy, every single time I talk to him, at a certain point, I would just have to back up. We had to take a couple steps because then it's easier to look this way than fucking this, yo. So I would always dap nigga up and then back up. And him dapping me would be the shoulder in my fucking mouth every time. It was so stupid, bro.
Boom, nigga. Shit.
I'm telling you.
Was it busy last night?
It was very busy.
To be honest, I still don't even know what the fuck hello goodbye is.
You've never been?
No, you guys just keep saying it, and I'm like,
Okay, we're gonna go one day.
Never
asked.
I've never asked.
Just goes along with
You
it.
guys just keep saying it. And I'm like, oh yeah. Hello goodbye.
It's an underground like a lounge.
I'm thinking it's like fucking like Blueprint, something like that.
No.
Like that's how I thought. Like I thought it was like a
Event?
an event promotion thing.
Oh,
No, it's an actual like venue.
It's
Oh,
owned,
okay.
It's
Yeah.
owned by the same spot as Bar None.
Okay. Is it
Well,
good?
they used to.
Where is it?
It's literally across the street from Bar None.
Literally.
This is
Like,
why I'm surprised we've never gone.
So
Actually,
you know how
Yeah.
you walk down the street to go to your hotel, but Bar None was here?
Yeah.
So if you walk that way, it's still on Hamilton, but it's just that way.
So like away from
Bar none, yeah.
Yeah, it's like just before Parlor. We've walked past it. You probably just didn't know.
Yeah, I definitely
It's
didn't
because
know.
like it's underground.
It's
And it's closed
we
during
gotta
the
go,
day.
man. Let's go.
It gets hot in there. If you really want to go there and fuck it up, you will be hot.
Yeah, I'll make sure I wear a t-shirt.
It's nice though. It's nice.
So was it busy?
It was super busy. I think personally because they have new management now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who had Bar None are at Hello Goodbye now.
Yeah.
And
like
also,
employees, you mean?
Yeah. So the vibe, it's a completely different vibe.
Than it used to be.
Yeah. You can definitely feel it. It felt like Bar None at the beginning when they had that research. And I was like,
So I wonder how Bar None was last night then.
Yeah, I was just about
so
to say.
super dead. It was weird.
Really? What's going on, man? How do you fuck a shit something? What again? Another thing. When I just came into the clubs, bro, Bar None on a Saturday. On a Saturday, bro?
Fire?
You gotta be fucked up, bro.
But thing is, you need
You're
to
not getting
understand,
in.
bro. Like that came, like remember, like when
You're
you
not
started
getting in.
working, it wasn't like that before. And then there was that resurgence. Like again, like they hired new people, new staff. It was a different
What
vibe.
do you mean? Like it wasn't like that before us? You mean? Nah, remember when Jamie used to work downtown?
No, listen, bro.
Bro, when Bar None, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like Jamie, do you remember when Jamie? Were you there when Jamie worked
Yes.
there? Bro, I was there every single Saturday with this guy, and it was packed every single week.
No, don't get me
Every
wrong.
single
It was packed, but the vibe was different. I'm not saying it wasn't packed, but it's like people would go, but it's like the security sucked.
I can
They were
believe that.
super
I can believe what
rude.
you're saying. I
The
understand. I remember.
bartenders
I
were
remember.
like,
So is the security different now than it was when you were there and Jamie?
Surprisingly, not the head of security.
Yeah.
The head of security is the same, but most of the staff is new. Almost every one of them actually is new. But the head of security is different. Almost the whole staff of servers, almost the whole staff of the VIP host.
So when he's talking about it was packed, when Jamie was there,
Yeah.
was it good?
No.
The vibe wasn't good?
no. Because we started promoting it on Fridays. That's when the Alexander closed. We would go on Friday, get fucked up because we would have like a tab or like drink tickets and leave and find somewhere else to go.
I thought that shit was lit, yeah. Because it was packed it was basically like mostly brown people, like 90%.
Yeah.
So
not bad.
So everything was catered. I say that I always just say it was catered to them, like the music a little bit, like at some points you could say like it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Depends what you were looking for, I guess,
sure.
right? But it was packed. When it comes to the bodies being in there,
Yeah.
bruh, every single week, bro. Like
I guess if I was running it and like 90% were brown people, I'd cater to what they
You have to,
wanted.
yeah, it makes sense.
Or if it was black people or whatever.
But I
for
definitely
sure.
noticed though, like if let's say for example you want to get away from that, because I do notice a lot of clubs did go to the whole we want to get away from the gang stuff or this, that, and the third. So there's certain people they do treat different. If you're black and you look a certain way, they'll pat you down and they didn't pat down anybody else. Or like
Really?
certain things like that. And
That
same for
still
brown
happens.
people. Same for brown guys. Same for Asian guys. Whoever they've seen in the news that they see is in front of them, they'll treat them
Oh,
as
okay.
such.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
basically what it is.
Well, I feel like
But,
that's
sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not.
yeah. But if you see him on the news,
No, I'm saying the stereotypes.
okay.
Of the type of people
oh, the
you see,
stereotype. I
way
thought you
they
meant the
look.
actual individual.
No, just the
Oh,
way they
okay.
look, type shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah. No, that's fucked
At
up.
a certain point, they were treating people like trying to get away from that, which I don't understand what their goal was.
Yeah.
They were trying to like clean it up, but it's not a clean industry already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, as soon as I know that, and if I'm one of them, I'm just giving it to one of these white bitches, and I'm like, yo, hold this real quick.
Or maybe it has to do
Not
with
patting me down.
yeah, maybe it has to do with the personality type. Now that I think about it, maybe it has to do with like what they brought, or where some of those people might bring with them, type shit, the personality type. But they try to get away from that. That's a lot of money though, because that's a big. These are big communities that spend money.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
clientele.
they stand together. They
Yeah,
stick
yeah.
together and shit wherever they go. So.
Yeah. So if you don't treat them right, they'll just dip and go somewhere else.
Yeah,
But even that is fucked up because even like I still see it now. Like there's always been this whole thing of like, I get what you're saying. Like with brown people, like people, I feel like the brown people get a lot more respect because they spend money,
Yeah.
but black people don't get as much respect. But I'm like, we spend a lot of money. Like
Mm.
we probably spend the most money, but a lot of people like, especially like with this wave of like Afro beats and like African music being wild, a lot of places still don't want to play African music, and I'm like.
Yeah, it's surprising.
And when you look at the actual numbers, I'm like the bodies coming in and people spending money.
Yeah.
It's probably more because like a lot of places like, oh, we don't want to play this type of music because it's scaring away people who are buying bottle service. And I'm like, if you do an analysis of like the bottle service and the people coming in are probably spending way more money than bottle service.
And when you say stuff like that, you should have some numbers to back it up.
That's the thing. But
You
it's
should have
not.
some statistics where I
Yeah.
could be like, hey, look, Saturday we did all Afro beats and like this was our numbers. We
Yeah.
tried to do 3-4 Saturdays in a row of that, and this was the like bottle service numbers. And then when we switched it up and played like more top 40 or whatever, look at the bottle numbers here. And then I actually, as opposed to just like because you think it's
Yeah.
that, you can't just be throwing that shit out there.
I know a friend who DJs who told me that they shut down a night at what club was that? I forget what club it was, and I was surprised about it because it looked like it was busy. It was like a mostly black like night.
Was it
on the
Ombre?
music? It might have been.
Yeah, on Saturday.
And then they shut that down. They really said exactly what he just said. They're like they want to go towards a different demographic of people, so they literally went as far as even changing the music and everything. Like, which is again, numbers should back it up. I feel like if you did that and your business is actually booming now, cool, good for you.
Yeah.
But if you just did it
because of like, you know
what I mean?
It's
Then
always like a
there's
this
an
like
underlying
facade type thing that people
man.
think is the truth. But I'm like, check the actual stats.
I hear you.
If you can back it up with stats, then no one's gonna have any issue because it's a business and we understand that.
Yeah.
But if it's just based off of your own opinion, it's kind of like it's kind of disrespectful to whoever you're doing it to, right?
100%. And that's not even business, bro. That's just you just doing whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's not even business. I feel like you should have something.
Yeah.
that
So
we're
like,
sticking
why?
to.
So for you, what's the difference? Even though you're saying people from Bar None went to Hello Goodbye now, if it's owned by the same people, why is it so different? Like, why is Hello Goodbye a little better?
I think you said it's
Well,
not anymore,
it's
right?
not anymore. So the thing is, remember I was saying, so Bar None was a part of like the same group. So now it's owned by different
Yeah, the people that you're telling me about.
For my opinion, it's because it's a group of people. Like they seem like they're very like they're confused amongst themselves. Like there's a lot of like they
Power
don't know-
struggles, you think?
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, I feel like it's a group of like maybe 5 or 6 people, and like it's that and the fact that they've never run a club, which is weird to me. As an investor, I would just like trust the people who are like running it and like see how that goes for like 6 months and see if that's not working. But it's more like they're looking at it from like a investment type of thing, which you can't do that with clubs.
But you're saying some of them are looking at it as an investment and some are actually like
they're
thinking
looking
about
at it
building
from numbers.
Yeah.
For example,
all of them or some of the people?
I feel like majority of them.
Oh yeah, okay. Because he was saying that like one of the owners, like she didn't even know that he's not the photographer anymore. I'm like, do you guys talk? Like he can't. He's like, I'm not. He's like, she's like, oh, are you gonna be there Saturday? He's like, oh no, you guys got your own guy now. And she's like, what? What do you mean? Like, you guys hired a different.
What happened to board
photographer.
meetings?
Yeah. What happened to anything?
What happened to
These are the
emails?
questions I'm like I'm saying, because it's even a conversation we was like one person was supposed to have on the show. I could tell the difference between like him not being there, and just seeing him this weekend.
Yeah, he was saying that he was a lot happier. He seemed a lot like a little bit more energy, you know, a little more blood flow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like I think partially too is like just the vibe and the people. It's like because they all actually all hang out outside. It's like if the way we hang out, and the way we run this, and then we just run a club, and we just hire our friends and it's the same vibe. So when people like that vibe, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things, especially from what you're telling me, that they have an issue with is just process and like people knowing their roles and like doing it. So it's like if you're not designating certain roles, like you're in charge of this, you're in charge of this, you're in charge of this. So when we do meet up, you break it down for everybody so everybody knows where we're at. So it's like if you're in charge of marketing and videography and this and that, then when we have these meetings, I should be informed that Stanley's no longer the guy. We have a new guy, or we're putting Provi on as the MC on this day as opposed to this guy. And like, so even though it's one person in charge of it, at least when you're sitting down having the meeting, everyone understands everything. So I'm like, okay, Stanley's out, this person's in. So like now when I can move differently when I'm in the club. So if I see Stanley, I'm not going to be like, see you Saturday? Am I going to see you Saturday? Like, and then she looks like a fucking idiot. Like she doesn't, like they don't know, or he doesn't know, but in his head, he's like, how the fuck do you not know?
And I feel like this builds internal problems right away too, because she might now feel like, well, am I not as equal as everybody else?
Are we not communicating?
Yeah, I hear you.
How are decisions being made and I'm not being told about it if we're all equal? Or if we're not all 5 partners?
But that's the thing. Oh shit! Sorry.
We good.
But that's the thing. Like when you analyze like that industry in general, a lot of clubs and a lot of places are actually run like that. Like there's so much internal stuff that's I'm like. It's wild. Like one of my boys, he works for a certain company, started his own night. Everyone at the spot that he worked with was so upset.
Yeah, that's actually something that does happen.
Like he started his own night somewhere else?
He started his own night somewhere else where it's like, I'm like, it's not direct competition. Like they wouldn't give him the same opportunity where he was working.
Yeah.
Did his own thing.
Yeah.
and a lot of people were upset, and we were having this going on. I was very confused by it. To be
That happens a
honest.
lot, bro.
It happens a lot, but I'm like, I was confused, but I'm like, why? Like,
So people are so egotistic, eh?
And it's funny too. I think it's one of the things is because he's younger too, and a lot of these guys have been in the industry.
Yeah.
And he was able to do a lot of things really quickly, and also the person he's working with also left this company. So it's like, so you're working with him. So I'm like, where else would he go? I'm like, I'm so confused.
I don't know. Bro, I don't know about these imaginary non-competes that niggas got, bro. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
They've tried to put it in stuff like physios, like even like stuff like this. Like if there's a physio, they'll be like, oh, you can't work within like 10 miles or whatever the case may be. But like it's not, it doesn't really stand.
I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, it's like, what do you? Because they like don't want they're basically forcing. Oh, if you're gonna work somewhere else, it has to be outside this radius, a radius that they deem that clients most likely won't want to travel outside, so they'll still stay here. But if I know that, oh, Provi is our RMT and he's gonna move next door, his clients are literally gonna go next door because it's right there. It's no difference for them. But if it's 15 miles away or 10 miles away, they may stick with us.
So stupid,
it's so stupid.
Because if I'm not with you anymore, why do I have residue of you on my ass for 6 months?
I don't get it.
Like, nah.
It's because people, I don't know. I think that a lot of people aren't confident that they can get that business back as quickly. Like if I lose like 3 clients, I'm confident that I can get 3 new clients. Like that's why people are so stingy with money. It's because they don't believe that they can generate it again. If you believe that you can continuously generate money, regardless of how much you have, whether it's a little or a lot, if you are confident, okay, I can make that back, then you're never gonna be like cheap and like try to fucking do shady deals and stuff like that, right?
Or just don't spend money.
Yeah, or just don't spend money. Yeah, same thing. But I think like if I owned any of these clubs, first thing I would do is hire somebody that I trust that's younger than me. Number one. That's first thing. So someone's going to be in the range of 20 to 25 years old, and we're going to have a sit-down. I'm going to do multiple sit-downs, and then it's like, boom. So it's like perfect example is Leela. She's in her position at gallery right off the bat. Okay, you're my eyes and ears to the streets. So it's like when we have these meetings, I need to know, what do these kids want? What do you think they want? And then it's like, okay, let's try it out, as opposed to me just assuming, oh, she's wrong. She doesn't know what to talk about. We're going to do what I want.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of these guys are doing. They're just like, oh, that's not going to work. I'm like, you know what? Stanley thinks this. Let's try it. And then I'll let the market tell Stanley it doesn't work, as opposed to me telling him. Because then now he'll have a different view on me. Yeah. If I just shut down his idea, he's going to be like, Daniel's being a dick. Daniel doesn't know what he's talking about. Daniel's not like close to the situation. But if he has an idea and I'm like, let's do it. And then we do it for 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 9 weeks. And the market told them that no one's showing up at the club. Then I'm like, Stanley, you can see, let's switch it up. So now he's like, okay, it's like, not like that it's his fault, but it wasn't me blocking it, his idea. Yeah. So like right then, I need someone in that age range to be my ear, especially if you're over 40 and you're the ones owning this bitch. How does that make sense?
50, what are you saying?
Over 50. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, even now, I didn't even know what the fuck hello goodbye is, and I'm 30 years old. These motherfuckers are 50, acting like they know what a 21-year-old wants.
See, even
in terms of music and all that.
Even with that situation that you mentioned, it makes it easier for the person to also want to give you more ideas later on.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. First of all, you don't have to shoot 100%.
You don't need to.
You never shot 100%. So why do you have the expectation on people?
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't know. I would rather be able to have like a flood of ideas coming and be able to pick off of it rather than like shut it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think in business in general, but especially in that business, there's too much approval process. Like whatever we talk about, it'll be faster for us to try it and it be wrong than us week to week continuously discussing
Talking about it.
Where it's like you planning it out. It's like, no, it's like, oh, we should do this on Fridays. Like, but then it has to go through like a 6, 3, 5 month process to be like, okay, we're finally going to do fucking reggae night on Fridays. As opposed to just being like, you guys think that's a good idea? Yeah. Okay. Not this Friday. Next Friday is going to be our first reggae night. Let's try it out for 4 Fridays in a row and see what the numbers look like and go from there. But then instead, it's a constant talking. Should we do it? I don't know. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, 6 months goes by before it's done. Where it's like, we could have found out the answer fucking 4 months ago. And then we could have been moving on to something else.
You could have even died during that time.
What's that?
You could have died during that time.
True. But like, that's like people value process. It's like, dude, what's the idea? Okay, let's try it. Doesn't work.
So I tell everybody, fuck the process. Don't work out. Don't do none of that. Take steroids. Jump on that. Jump to the finish line, nigga. That's what it's about.
No, it's not
you
about that.
You want to be a winner?
It's not about that.
Chicken dinner? What are you talking about?
Bro, you're going to pull this shit down again still.
So it's discombobulated. Yeah.
Bam.
It's a little discombobulated.
Yeah, people value process and it being perfect and all this bullshit. Just put it out. Put it out.
The thing is, I definitely agree. Like, they definitely, but I think in some situations there has to be kind of a bit of both.
Of course.
You know, what you're saying, like, it definitely makes sense. Like, they have the idea out.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, it's not that the problem, it's the process hasn't been updated. Like we update our phones all the fucking time. But you look at how a lot of these people have been running their businesses, it's been the same for the past 10 years.
Yeah, and this, like, first of all, how you market is different. Now with social media, COVID made a big people's safety, what people are comfortable with doing and not comfortable with doing. Like, just the world in general changes so fast on like a 3, 6, 10-year basis. To have the same thing for 15 years, it's like it's
all good though. Fuck them.
But it's like you want to go to the clubs and you want to have a good time. And
that's
like you know what I'm saying? Like I totally agree. In my head, I'm like, fuck them.
No, because real shit, we can talk about it every week.
Yeah.
Think about it. We really could.
Yeah.
I mean, I just right now zoned in. As soon as I saw that dirt on the bottom of your foot, I'm like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Bottom of the feet, bro. What are you talking about?
No, it's not about how dirty your feet are. See how you took that personal? That's crazy.
I did. I was like, what?
No, it's not about that. No, just fuck them. Because at the end of the day, what you just said right now, especially after what you said, I'm like, it's crazy that they're the ones who own the business.
And we're the ones wanting it for them.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking
and that's why I'm like, fuck them.
Yeah.
You know, can't want it for them. At the end of the day,
can't.
You can't.
You can't. It just sucks. It just sucks for us.
Because it affects us.
Yeah.
Because
I understand.
It affects us.
Yes.
Because now I'm like, I want to go here. Trash.
That's why you gotta make sure to support the private store or private parties and shit. That's why you gotta support the private events and shit like that.
Or the boys that you know are gonna fucking have that shit on lock. Like,
those are the private events.
Yeah. If your boy does his own special night and you know it's gonna be lit, we gotta go to those
for sure.
Instead of just these regular Friday
and
nights
build,
or regular
build those
Saturday
up.
nights.
And those are probably cheaper too, like on your drinks and all that type of stuff.
For sure.
But what did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Friday. Worked. What did I do Friday? Oh, I spent not a lot of money, but I bought like a shitload of fucking CBD drinks. So like I just pounded a couple of those because my homie told me about them and then I bought them and then I liked them.
They work on you?
Oh yeah.
Probably just the type you got. The one I got didn't work on me.
Really?
You're
like not getting the right shit, bro.
Yeah. So it's like the tall, like it's tall and skinny.
You got a big ass one?
Well, it's a tall and skinny one. So it's like yeah, it's like a Red Bull type thing.
Like out here stroking the air and shit.
It's just like a Red Bull type thing. So, yeah, they're fucking really good. 1, I feel. 2, I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
I love the way you just described that.
And then it's like you're chilling, you're like, okay, you're vibing. You have 2 full ones. Bro, you're stuck. You're just like glued to this. You're just like.
But you're still awake?
Bro.
You're still awake. Yeah. You're just trying not to do nothing.
That's hilarious.
So it's perfect. So like I have one and I can like still do stuff. It's like smoking like half a joint. Yeah. Like you're still good, but if you have like a whole joint to yourself or you're fucking just
See, I don't get that with joints. Like I've never been high to the point.
Bro, it's because I like when you smoke. My brother taught me how to smoke, and this is this is my my stepdad's son. So he's like my stepbrother. He taught me how to smoke. Like I used to just be like. But then I remember he asked me to blaze one time, and it was his weed, and I did that. I was like, he's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Stop wasting my weed. He's like, hold that shit in. I was like, okay. And I was like, he's like, wait. This guy's making me hold it in for like 10 seconds. And then I fucking exhale, and I got so much more vape that's what I do now. So if you smoke a full joint and every inhale's that, you're like.
That's aggressive.
Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm not smoking it properly.
If you do it like that, it'll get you going. I only smoke like that when I'm at the bottom of my bag.
Yeah. Oh, but dude, do that at the start of the bag.
You know what, man? I fucking hear you, buddy.
Bro, I see people I see, especially girls. No disrespect. I can't.
What? Girls lie. Every girl that's ever told me, I smoke, doesn't smoke.
I cannot fucking stand girls smoking. If I ever see a girl smoke, it's the fucking worst. It's this.
Yeah, donating your weed for free, bro. It's probably
that's it.
So fast. Quick. It's like they're racing.
I'm
like,
bro, what are you doing right now? I'm like, stop it.
It's like, time me.
Oh, no, I still get high. Stop it. It didn't even go in your lungs, bro. It was in your mouth.
Like, off Tinder?
Smoking it like a fucking cigar, bro. Like not inhaling at all.
Nah, that's a waste of my money. I
get
know how
offended.
much I spent on
You
this
have
shit.
to kind of inhale though.
I know there's a like if
Cigars,
girls,
you're not supposed to inhale, are
girls
you?
smoking weed watching this right now, like fuck you, I fucking smoke my shit. Trust me, man, you guys aren't inhaling properly.
There's a couple girls that I have smoked with that like either already knew how to smoke, one that I taught how to smoke and now smokes properly and shit. But like most of the girls that I smoke with do not know how to smoke. Yeah. I think it's just pretty complex too. Like they look good doing it.
Yeah,
but it's like,
yeah, it's literally like.
And then
I'm like, yo, give me that back.
Just for that shit, it tastes like fucking lipstick and fucking roses and shit. Fuck, man.
Yeah, but Friday, drank a couple of those.
That's nice.
I think I actually only drank one. I had one, but I bought like 12.
Jeez, bro.
Just so I don't have to go back again.
Oh, okay.
And then yesterday we worked in the morning, and then we went to Nightingale at 3 or 3:15, and then we just walked around downtown for a bit, window shopped. You know what I'm saying?
You spent a lot of.
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
Got home at maybe like 7, and then just posted up. Went to bed at probably like 10, and then today's Sunday, back to work again. I had only two clients today, and then had the meeting when Stanley was here, and then boom, with you niggas.
I have a question for you. I heard they changed the chicken at Nightingale. I was quite upset when I heard this.
I don't think they did. So it looks smaller.
They changed what?
The fried chicken at Nightingale. So Nightingale's the fried chicken there is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if they changed it. But when they brought it to the table, it looked smaller. It looked like it was on a different plate, and it looked smaller, but it tasted the exact same.
Because my buddy went, and we were really choked about it.
Yeah? Did you go with him?
No, it's because, one of our friends was at a birthday thing.
Yeah.
And he was telling us about it. And he's like, and I'm like, oh, like, he's like, oh, this is where I'm going. I'm like, oh, you should make sure you get the fried chicken.
Yeah.
And then my other friend in the group was like, no, bro, like, they changed, like, the whole recipe or some shit. It's different. So, I don't know.
I had it yesterday. It tasted the same.
Okay.
Yeah. I got 2 orders because we didn't order that much food.
What's your favorite fried chicken spot?
I don't have a fried chicken spot, but I like the fried chicken there. I like the chicken naan ban at Miku's really good.
Miku?
But yeah, Miku.
Miku.
M-I-K-U. That's at Waterfront at like Canada Place or wherever. That one's really good, but I don't really eat fried chicken other than that. Yeah. You have a favorite fried chicken spot?
Probably Download Chicken.
Download Chicken?
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, someone bought me it for
It's not
lunch.
bad at
Joel, you know Joel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joel brought it one day. He's like, dude, this chicken's the fucking best. Yeah, he brought it, and it was fucking good, man.
It's nice eating good fast food.
The fries, too. They have like they put a bunch of
that little
Cajun on the...
It's one of the things, like, I wouldn't have a lot, but, like, once in a while, I'm like...
Yeah, that's like for me, that's like a once a year type
Remember
thing.
when McDonald's had the best fries?
I feel like they still do.
They did when I was a kid.
When they're hot.
No, I don't think they still do.
But what's better? Like fast food joints?
I could even right now, what you mentioned, the down low spot. I would prefer those fries.
Those for sure.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the way they stopped making it, or it's just because now I have way more access to it. But at a certain point, it was like crack, bro.
Yeah.
Tasting it was like crack, right amount of salt, right amount of crack.
Yeah.
But like now it's just, you know what I mean?
Now
There's
it's whatever.
I feel like it's also
just
the
whatever.
people where it's mostly teenagers now at McDonald's that don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these spots, I'm like, bro, how is it taking so long? It's fast. Dude, I waited one time, a drive 15 minutes. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Honestly,
it's ridiculous.
It's drive-through.
I can't lie, you're right.
I always have to check myself because I'm like, bro, you're fucking ordering food and someone's making it for you. Stop being fucking ungrateful.
But
But
like,
sometimes I'm like, yo,
if my
I'll
expectations
be at
are
these Tim
5
Hortons,
minutes,
I'll be at these Tim Hortons sometimes, and these motherfuckers be taking like 10 minutes to make a fucking bagel toasted with butter.
Listen, that's all I'm saying.
I'm
bro.
like, bruh.
That's all I'm saying.
You literally,
bro.
you just I see them put it
Like-
in, they slide it. They don't even have to cut it. There's a
nigga.
fucking cutter.
Especially if
They
you
put the bagel in, slice
Especially
it.
if you've made your own bagel before, now you can envision it in your mind while
It's a
you're
s-
sitting there that 10 minutes.
It's a
Like,
speed toaster.
nigga, what am I
Yeah.
saying right now?
It's a speed
Nigga,
toaster.
niggas are shipping it in for you.
It takes 12 seconds for it to toast. And then fucking butter, boom. They don't even butter the bitch
You just
properly.
walk back there and be like, hey, you want me to do it?
Yo, no, dude, you know how many times I've wanted to do that? No lie. Dude, they got so cheap now. I think the protocol is only you butter one side, and then they put it on,
And
so they
it's
just let
fucking
it.
all over the place.
Dude,
so
some
messy.
people fucking don't even like spread it out, so like you can't see the butter. I've opened my bagel before, and I just see 3 big ass chunks of fucking white. And I want to fucking go back and smack these niggas with that shit. I'm like, you expect me to eat this?
feel you.
Like, make it like it's yours.
It's li-
You don't have
yes.
to put love. You don't have to make it like the best in the world. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
bro.
would you eat this? If it's a no, you gotta make it a little better. Just a little bit.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I have
But then
a story
sometimes I
from
feel
last
I'm
night
grateful because I'm like, I'm fucking.
No, I think,
No, but
I think
weird.
you're at that
it's not.
point. You're saying you're not allowed to have
No.
expectations.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like yeah, I should.
You know what I mean?
My
Like that's
expectations for that shit
that's
isn't
ridiculous.
high. Yeah, it's not
that's
high.
ridiculous.
But you can't be just
Exactly.
Like,
It's like I'm already giving you the bare minimum, my nigga. Come on. I'm saying it's depleted. You hear my voice,
Dude,
bro. Come on, man.
I opened my fucking thing and it just dripped out on my fucking whip, bro.
Nah, yo, that's too much.
On my fucking middle console.
And now you're angry in the car by yourself.
Yeah.
Now I'm fucking cheesing.
It's like now
People
I'm hungry.
walking by being like, why is this
right?
nigga so angry? I'm like, fucking,
I'm hungry. Now I have to
Screaming in the
clean this
car.
shit too now.
I have to clean it. It's fucking butter, man. I gotta clean butter off my fucking console.
I have a story from last night. Same about food. So me and my boy, like, he had gone out and then we link up after. Like, yo, we're hungry. Let's go get some glizzies. We go to this cart, bro. This dude looked at us dead in the eye. It's like, we have no burgers. We have nothing else. All we have is beef hot dogs. Because I think he thought we were fucked up with some shit, and he's black too. So we're like, okay, we're gonna chill. We're looking at him as he's making them. We can see like an array of like different hot dogs. I'm like, bro, like, you said there's only beef hot dogs. He's like, yeah, there's only beef hot dogs. For solid like 5 minutes, like, and there's people in front of us. Like, okay, cool. Then his boss comes up. And he's like, yeah, like, what do you guys want? I'm like, well, I mean, we can see there's other hot dogs. Like, do you have anything? Like, because you said, your friend here just said there's only beef hot. And he's looking at us. And just like, keeps doing whatever he's doing. Like, cool. Then there's another group who had ordered, like, I think 20 hot dogs or whatever. And then one guy, I guess, ordered, like, too much. And then there was an extra hot dog. He's like, do you want it? I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, yeah. The guy's like, oh, you can take it for free? And I'm like, yeah, cool. Take it for free, and then we'll order like the other 3 that we wanted because we wanted 2 each because we're hungry as fuck. Now my homie's paying. He's like, oh, I got it. And he's like, yeah, no, so for the 3 hot dogs. I'm like, what do you mean 3? Like, you said you're going to give us these 2 for free. And he's like, no. I'm like, bro, like, what do you mean, bro? Like, you said you're going to give us these for free because you made
I thought he was giving you 1 for free.
Yeah, then he gave us an extra one. So like, oh, we're just going to pay for the 2.
Yeah.
And then now it's this whole thing, like, felt very disrespected. Because, one, the first dude had lied to us and said, like, we have no other hot dogs and we can see it.
Yeah. So what other hot dogs were there other than beef? Chicken?
Dude, like, there's, like, Providence. They had a bunch of shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and the thing is, it's not like it's in the back where it's like, oh, there's nothing. We can see these niggas making these hot dogs.
Yeah. I bet I want one of those ones.
Yeah. And then the dude now trying to scam us, I'm like, no, I'm not going to take this. Like, this is not even what I wanted. So I'm like, so we put it down. So now it's another 5 minutes of us waiting for our order. And then they still fuck it up.
What hot dog place was this?
It's some fucking food cart outside on Granville. Like, we're very choked.
Oh, yeah.
I started walking out now because I also understand how hard it is for me to make the money. So now it's like if I'm feeling uncomfortable at any point, I just walk out now. I make sure I let you know where I'm at emotionally.
Yeah, just like
but
Costco.
I'm not spending money here.
Just like Costco.
That was me, bro. I was walking up, but my homie's
That's
like, bro,
different.
like,
I had to buy that battery. Though, I had to, nigga. I had no choice, man. They got me though.
But you didn't even need it. Did you need it?
Nigga, my car wasn't turning on. What do you mean, bro?
Like that wasn't the reason it wasn't turning
Bro,
on. Was the battery?
It was the battery and the starter, bro. I had to
I
replace
thought it
both
was
of them
just the
shits.
starter. I thought you were just buying the battery to like see if that was it.
No,
getting a
because
new
we
battery.
bought a brand new starter. It didn't work still. We bought a battery and then it started working.
Oh, okay.
Which it fucking makes no sense still. But you know what, bro? Like
It
my
is
car
what it
works.
is.
God
For
is
now.
good all the
Yeah.
time and all the time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
God is good.
I heard you pull it out. Look, I was like, yo.
It's not like that. Did you watch me Parallel Park?
I saw that.
You thought I was clean, right?
No, I saw the beginning of it, and I turned away. I didn't.
That's fucked up.
He was like, he's pulling up right now. I was like, where? And I looked, and I saw the wheels, and I just stopped looking.
I only came in hot because there was somebody right up my ass where I couldn't like.
You know, yeah.
I hate being that person. Some people in Vancouver do it so well. Like you'll be up their ass, or even not even up their ass, just a normal length,
Yeah.
and they'll wait till last minute to put their blinker on for fucking parallel parking.
I hate that.
Yeah.
And now I
Especially
have to
downtown.
reverse. Like, come
Yeah.
on, fam. Like, what are you saying?
There's 2 things I get frustrated at. Is like late, like blinker changing, like whether you're going right or left. It's like I'm on the road too, man. Just like help me out. If I'm like driving, you can't just brake and stop. And I'm assuming, and they're like looking at fucking the buildings to see if it's
Yeah,
like their
right.
building. I'm like, you understand this? I'm
Other
behind
people
you.
on the
yeah,
road.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to look at your rearview mirror,
Yeah.
man. Fucking frustrating, but that's Vancouver, and it's apparently supposed to like snow like crazy on Tuesday.
What's
Yeah,
another
I
thing?
sent him that.
What's that?
You only named one thing.
Oh, yeah. So when that was, it was just related to those 2, but I wanted to keep the other one.
You have ADHD?
That one and these fucking old people. We talked about it.
I was gonna say like I'm on that wave too now.
Dude,
man.
I'm so sick of this shit, man. Especially when there's
What
a younger
are we
person in
talking
the
about?
car.
Can I know?
An elderly person driving.
Just in general.
Yeah, just in general. Yeah. Just in general. I'm sick of this shit.
Gonna say a specific story. That's just...
If you're over 50, you need to get once it hits like age 45 to 50, you should have to redo your test every 5 years.
I think it should match your medical records.
Yeah.
Every time you get a colonoscopy,
you know what I mean?
You gotta get your driver's license done. If you're old enough to get your fucking colonoscopy, you gotta get a driver's license done.
How old do you have to get your colonoscopy?
I don't know. Once you're like 40, they're like, oh, let me stick
and then
it.
maybe up the test once the like medical stuff like starts getting worse.
Yeah,
and shit.
For sure. Once your eyes start to go and all that shit,
Then that makes sense.
Yeah. If all of a sudden your doctor tells you need to get glasses, the doctor should also be like, you need to get your another driver's test.
Yeah.
That should be like linked.
Because the number of times I've been driving, like someone's driving so slowly, or they don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
Pull up past them, it's an old guy. I'm like, you should not be driving. You
Right?
look like you
Or
shouldn't
like
be
even
driving.
the way they switch lanes sometimes. Like I understand you're about to die, so you don't give a fuck, my nigga. But you know what I'm saying?
Like they go to the doctors and they like let's say they fell in the house or something like that. I'm like, okay, if your balance is off, your reaction time is related to
but
that.
you're still driving.
So you shouldn't be in no
fucking
fucking way.
But you're driving.
Yeah. That's crazy.
If you had a hip replacement,
you know what? I don't want to. You know what? I just heard myself laughing at watching this. Okay, I don't want to disrespect anybody. Okay?
About what?
There are handicap spots for a reason. I understand.
No, for sure.
No, we're not.
You can't walk, but you can drive. Damn.
No, I understand. Okay,
bruh?
you understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah. No, but like you're totally capable, but like you're just starting to lose your balance and shit. And now I need to trust your reaction.
Like if
time.
you got vertigo, I don't think you should be
Yeah.
able to drive.
Yeah. You have.
Definitely
That's what I'm
not.
saying. They need to do.
I found out what that was, and that was first of all, I feel so bad.
Find out with what vertigo.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, vertigo. Yeah.
Oh, who says vertigo? Uncle Ruckus, I think.
Yeah, vertigo. No, vertigo's terrible, man. I know a couple people with vertigo.
Bruh, I only found out about it watching the TV show, and I was dying, not thinking it was the real symptoms. Looked it up, it's the real shit. I'm like, yo, how do you live, bro?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I have some friends that have gone through it. I had vertigo for a little bit, but what it was I had too much earwax in my ear.
Not funny.
I had too much fucking earwax in my ears.
How do you-
I didn't know it. So what would happen was I'd be here and I fucking all of a sudden like one day I just kept getting dizzy. And like I need to go for a walk, like I'm trying to coach and like I feel like literally I'm going to pass out and then fucking like it'll stop, come back. Then 10 minutes later it'll happen again. Then it won't happen for like 2 hours. Then it'll happen again. So I was like, fuck, I need to go to the doctor. And then the doctor was like starting to check stuff, and he checked my ears. He's like, "Oh, both your ears are plugged with earwax."
Ew.
So he fucking like it's not about cleaning your ears because like you're not supposed to actually stick the Q-tip in. You're supposed like cleaning your ears just like the rim.
Yeah.
But like it just built up. So like I have to hold this bowl right under my ear, and he just takes his like basically a water gun.
Yeah, I
and
love watching those videos.
Yeah, so he just flushes. So he kept doing it, nothing came out. He did it for like. He probably did it for like a minute. He just kept reloading the water and keep flushing it, and then all of a sudden like a big flake. Like, you know, like when you scrape like your knuckle or something and you just peel that skin? It was just that. It was like a flake that just came out of earwax.
How big was it?
It was probably like this, maybe like this big.
Did you feel it like slip out?
No.
Nothing.
He just flushed it out, and then I saw it in the water that I was holding of the jug, and you just see it floating there.
Doesn't it
And
hurt?
then he did this. No, you don't
When
feel
water
it at all.
goes in, because when water goes in the shower for me, fucking like.
Yeah, it doesn't
I don't
hurt.
like
You
that.
feel it, but it
don't like
doesn't
that.
hurt. So he did both ears, and 2 flakes came out. Never had the vertigo symptoms
I
since.
want to get my ears clean like that because I do like I do the Q-tip thing. I know you're not supposed to, but I
Yeah.
do it just because it gets dirty.
Yeah,
and
don't
shit.
stick it. Yeah, you don't want to put because you're just pushing it in and making it worse. But yeah, it fucks up with your balance if you have blocked earwax.
crazy.
So I had the vertigo. I thought it was vertigo.
I didn't even know you could get vertigo like that. I thought it was like a
symptoms. It was the symptoms.
chronic
It wasn't
thing.
actual vertigo. Vertigo is more so. I believe it's like crystals in your ear that are like not like actually in your ear, but like in the ear lobe,
Like the eardrum area.
yeah, the eardrum area. I think it's crystals that like are supposed to balance that are off that cause the unbalancing. So it's like similar to being like.
I thought
on
you
a
got
roller
like hot
coaster type
flashes and shit too.
You can. I believe you can. But I had 2 clients that even Katrina's aunt deals with
Has
vertigo.
vertigo?
Yeah.
Good thing you told me it's vertigo. I've been saying vertigo for a long time. The same way you guys didn't say anything at first. It's the same way everybody looks at me.
Because I heard you say and then you said something else. And
I thought it was something else. So I was like,
vertigo?
oh.
No, vertigo.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hey, what's one thing that you did this week that made you really happy? Both of you guys. Take like 5 seconds to think about it. Like
One thing
like
I
you
did this
felt
week
it.
that made me feel it. Going for a run.
Really?
I asked this guy to go. He fucking bailed on me. Yeah, he keeps bailing on me.
When
Hey,
did I
by the
bail on
way,
you?
I'm gonna
What do you
give
mean?
you.
I actually went for a run. We were supposed to meet at-
I'm gonna give you your chance now to speak up. I realized when I rewatched that tape, You got roasted right after that. You started explaining yourself and you got flamed, okay? And you never got a chance to speak. And I watched it laughing, but I felt bad. So you know what? You need to let us know what your excuse was. Because you know what? Maybe it is valid. We got to get the benefit of the doubt. I have to give the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe.
So go ahead. Why was the reason why you said fuck Daniel on that day?
I didn't.
Remember, you were like, I was like, do you want to go for a run?
Yeah.
And then you were like, yeah, what time? And I said 4. And you're like,
okay, feel comfortable. You will not be interrupted.
Yeah. So that day, I was like, oh, I did some work. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap.
Hard worker.
So I can actually go, like, for this run.
Grinding.
And then I even texted afterwards. I'm like, dude, I just literally woke up.
Right.
From the run. But I did work out that day.
So like a preface to the cancellation.
He even said I look good, man. I've been working out, man. Like, so.
Oh, you're adding me to this. No.
Those are the compliment you gave him to.
I understand, but just please keep that between you guys.
He was just trying to use that as like,
I know, but
even though I skipped your run, I've been putting in work.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm very good at being in the middle. So because I know what bullshit smells like. So let's keep it over there.
Yeah, so he fell asleep.
This nigga's making a list.
That was his excuse. And then I asked him to go 2 times after that. And he's like, not today, dog.
And then
he just hit me with the not today, dog.
Is that actually how it happened?
Yeah, but that's not an excuse though. You ask, can I go?
Oh,
and I'm
shit,
like, no.
You just
no,
shut it down.
not right now. I was like, do you want, let's go for a run. You want to go for a run today?
You just
shut
it
down. Yeah.
I thought, but isn't that the one that you said you were down for?
Yeah, he didn't rain check it. He never rain checked it. He never rain checked
Stanley,
it.
come on, man. Stanley,
he
come
never
on,
rain checked it.
Stanley, you know I tried. I brought this up for you. I tried, bro.
Yeah,
I tried.
Save skin.
I'm a fair. Am I not fair?
Hey, because you know how he did the same thing. He was like, oh man, during the summer I used to run blah 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 blah. So I called his bluff. I was like, oh, say less. Let's go for a run.
This nigga's acting like he's Messiah.
No,
never.
No, but that conversation actually got me thinking. I was like, I actually need to like.
Which one? The cancellation conversation?
Yeah, and just holding me accountable. Because if I didn't have anyone else, I was like, that's why I'm actually been putting in work and actually working out.
Okay.
But he hit me with that. He was like, oh yeah, I used to run 5Ks all the time during the summer. So I was like, oh, did you? I was like, oh, let's go right now.
No, but I did though. I even showed him the Nike running app.
Did you?
I did.
Personally, I believe my eyes, but who knows? Everybody's different.
Yeah, right? Fucking get Strava. I can follow you on Strava.
Yeah, you have that app that you post all the time.
Yeah, Strava's where it's at.
How about you? What's one thing that
yeah, for me,
you answered.
Running,
okay, sorry. I wanted to give you a chance now. Answer the actual question though.
I think just being around good energy. I was just hanging around.
Who? You gotta be specific.
Where?
You gotta be specific.
Just like you guys in general. Like I was thinking about today, even just doing this is very therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a safe space where I can actually say a lot of things I'm thinking without without judgment and actually people to call me out for shit. So I appreciate that, and just being around my other boy too, because it's you actually know him, my boy Taff. We have around all the time. We have conversations like this. So just having that safe space.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy. The conversation came up because, especially now, something I actually want to talk about later. November's mental health month for men's. That's why people do Movember and stuff. And it's something I feel
is that why?
Yeah, that's what it is. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't actually know what it is. And when I was looking at the stats, because me and my buddies, we do Movember every single year, and we would always do fundraising. I didn't give a shit about it up until I realized how high the rates of male suicides are, and when I started going through my own mental health struggles. So it's just having that energy around really makes a difference in having men who can openly talk about it, because I feel it's something that we don't really talk about. So it's just having good energy. I was excited about just having good energy and people I can be real with.
Honestly, I think I'm a functional alcoholic.
So before we jump on that,
because I was thinking, I was like, when I was drinking, I was pretty happy.
Before we unpack that, holy shit! I love that we're open here, though. This is the podcast, folks. Do you mind talking about relationships on this? Because I don't give a fuck, but we never touched that on your end. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Are you still dating her?
It's one of those.
You want to know why I asked?
Yeah.
Because the way you were speaking, I always feel honored right away because I'm a part of the positive in that. But then I always feel bad right away because now I start analyzing the other people that are in your life that are not giving you that. Because that's basically what he said.
That is.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why actually I giggled at some point. That's why I giggled because I make jokes in my head. And I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm taking you serious. Shit. But yeah, bro. So how...
I mean, so that part...
why don't you, do what's right for you, basically. You know what I mean?
So with that, we'll talk about it off camera.
Okay.
and there's a reason why I'm saying that.
Okay.
But it's and even for me too. Like, I think like lately, like with just the past year and like a lot of stuff, I'm at a point in my life where it's like I don't want to be around that type of energy or like any negative energy. And as difficult, and like, that's why I'm saying like being around you guys has been very therapeutic because you rationalize a lot of things I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And like the way you guys think, it's like not many people think like. So like I'm like, it's nice to have people like I'm not crazy for thinking this way.
I hear you.
And you want to be around that energy more, and you realize what kind of energy it's not.
Yeah, and what you're missing.
You're like, oh, that's not it.
Yeah, what you've been missing for sure.
Yeah.
So because for me, like it's like, and it's something we spoke. Like it's very rare where you can have like people think having arguments is a bad thing. Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's like very constructive as long as it's done respectfully.
Yeah, I was about to say some people.
I
don't want to be a broken record, guys.
But some people just start flaming.
Nigga, I ain't been the same since, nigga. I tell you. Oh shit!
Bring out flamethrowers. Set niggas on fire, yo. What is this fucking?
You know, like the Elon Musk.
Nigga show up to your funeral just to shoot your shit out, nigga.
Oh my god!
Oh my!
I gotta make sure he's
You know
dead.
what I'm saying? They're not even gonna give you a chance, nigga.
I feel that.
Nigga, rest in who? Nigga?
Rest in what?
Nigga, rest in what, nigga?
That's jokes. That's
Cut the rest out of that.
Jokes. That's too good. No, that's a good analyze. I didn't even realize that. I think it would have taken me a bit. You picked up on that quick.
He's made 2 comments on it so far to us.
Yeah.
I always feel bad because every time we leave, I'm like, fuck. We never talk about it because you always said something like this. Oh, we'll talk about it off camera, but then we never have.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro.
But it's
hopefully today. Let's remember today. I'm down to talk about it.
Because it's not even just like not even just with that. Just like even like I've told Daniel about this. Like even just like with my family too. Like just like being even the conversation I've had with my sister where it's like I was helping out with that stuff and like I felt very overwhelmed. So even like a lot of things was just like being overwhelmed and just not dealing with it up until the point I'm like I have to take care of myself. And it's because I listened to I can't remember what song it was that Russ did, and he's like, I think he dropped recently. He's like, you can't take care of other people if you don't take care of yourself, and you have to put yourself first. But like we never really think about it. Like it's being around you guys has made me feel like it's not selfish to think that way. And there've been a lot of people around me where it's like when I'm putting boundaries up, they're making it seem like I'm being selfish. But I'm like, no, like I'm telling you, like this is something that I need, and you're not respecting that. Whereas like we've had opinions on many different things, and the people who are in my close circle now, where it's like we don't always agree on things, we don't always see life the same way.
You're not supposed to,
but we can have that conversation, and it's like respectful. I'm like, okay, like I can see your perspective. I'm like, okay, like I don't agree with it, but cool. And it doesn't affect the way we move in life, where we can still like chop it up even though we disagree with it. Whereas other people take it so personal, like bro, like that's not what I meant. Like, the fact that I'm even having this conversation with you means it's coming from a point of love. And I care about it. If I didn't, I wouldn't even bother like taking the time to have that conversation with. So,
and you know what's crazy? Saying that to people sometimes, the moment of heat actually like
triggers people.
I was about to say actually like in my experience has calmed people down because one, they don't really hear. A lot of people when they react like that, is because they don't really get that softness on other places, so they have to be on that defense shit all the fucking time. So when they actually just hear, yo, I'm actually just doing this to care about you, I'd like disarm people. In my opinion, like most of the percentage of the time when I've like said those words, the fact that you even mentioned that, like that's something I'm practicing to try to remember in the heat of the moment. It's hard not to get your pride involved because nigga, I'm not.
Yeah, I love saying that to people though. Like especially when we're having arguments. Like I love being like you have to understand. I'm telling you this because I'm your boy. Yeah. Like that. Like no one else is gonna tell you this. Like you're fucking up. Whether it's like you're telling someone they're fucking up or you're telling somebody like you're doing great. Don't let anybody tell you like steer you different. Like you feel like you know like it's like either one, whether it's positive or negative. Like that's what I'm there for. And like people,
be like,
you can't have yes men. That's the thing. Like you need people. I don't need you here to tell me I'm doing well. I need you to tell me when I'm fucking up. So if you're not telling me I'm fucking up, I'm gonna assume that I'm doing well. But if that's not the case, then you're not really my friend.
Which is fucked up because I love what you said about it. I'm gonna assume I'm doing well because obviously, my nigga. But then it's like when you start doing when there's that monumental fuck up, then all of a sudden everybody's like, yo, man, I've been saying this, yo, I've been
yeah,
saying this.
yeah,
Like,
and that's not the truth.
And I
Come
fuck
on,
with
bro.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you should have known this. Like, what do you mean I should have known this, bro? Like, I don't know. The way I look at it is if you can give me positivity, you can give me some negativity as well, and
for
vice
sure.
versa as well.
For sure.
And also, it's a very hard line to tread too because not everybody, like, when they
Receives
give
it
you,
well.
receives it well, but also when they give you what they give you, like criticism, doesn't always come from a place of love.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are just mad that you're doing different and better than them.
Haters, yeah, haters.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's even just finding the right people to listen to is tough, but it's a
Yeah.
nice process, bro. Because when you find that shit,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my dig is harder, easier now.
I'm telling you, it's like you
Yeah.
you could. It's easy for me to know because they've been they've been the same person the whole time. If you know somebody that's been the same the whole time, whether it's like
Bro,
5 years ago, 10 years ago, or today,
that's so sick.
yeah, that's what you need.
Like
you
it
need someone
eases
who's
my
not
mind
changing.
going into every situation.
Exactly.
Whether it's happy, hard, whatever. Like I know who I got with me.
Especially if you see them in other situations as well.
Yes.
Like if you see them in a different situation and they act different than they are with you,
Yeah.
that's kind of a bit of a red flag. But if you see them
100%.
treating their good friends, it's like, oh, I know those two are tight and he's giving the real shit. So when he gives me the real shit, he must actually care about me
Yeah.
because I know he cares about him
Yeah.
and he's fucking telling him what he needs to know type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I hear you.
And I know like everyone's not like that, unfortunately, but I'm like, truth is my best friend.
Yeah.
Truth is sick.
Truth makes me the happiest I've ever been. Letting
Yeah.
somebody know I don't want to fucking do that, or you're fucking up, or I'm fucking up,
Yeah.
or whatever. There's no beating around the bush
Yeah.
with me because it's not going to help either of us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get what I want by sugarcoating it, and you're not going to learn, or vice versa. Like I'm not going to learn if I just Provi's just trying to fucking shit on me. I'm not going to learn. Like I can't grow like that. I just think I shouldn't listen to him. And I'm going to keep
Yeah.
moving the way I'm moving.
I think they call that self-care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem is a lot of people struggle telling people the truth because
Let's see.
I read it's not even that. It's like
Just have to whisper that.
it's just Solomon wrote a book and he was talking about I think a lot of people feel like it's their responsibility for the person's reaction. I'm like, I'm gonna say the truth. How you receive it is not my
It's
responsibility.
on you, bitch ass nigga. You know what
Yeah.
fuck time it is.
Yeah, that's right. Straight up. I'm gonna say it as nicely as I can.
Yeah.
But even if I'm saying it with like a little bit of impact, like soft impact and like some empathy
Yeah.
behind it, if you still take it sideways, hey, that's on
Empathy's
you,
huge.
man. You got.
If you notice somebody's really trying,
Yeah.
you can feel that. You can
Yeah.
really feel it, especially if somebody's always hard on everybody, but with you, they're like really like struggling to find the words and
Yeah.
this and third. You on
You
your
know
own
they
gotta
care.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know they
You gotta
care.
accept certain things for yourself and be like, let me put my guard down for a second,
Yeah.
or else I don't know. You just end up
Because
no
the truth
friends.
is always the truth, man. Because even deep down inside, like as delusional as you might be, inside you know what this person is saying is true.
You know, yeah.
You-
but-
like, it's
so
like-
what fucks with me is that people know that and they still go the other way. I would never be able to relate to that. Like if I'm like you know the reason you're feeling this way is because you stopped exercising or because you stopped doing or stopped taking care of yourself or in any sort of way, whether it's fitness or whatever. You start drinking more.
But those things
And you-
take practice though.
no, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
once you understand that that's the issue, and then I'm like, and then Provi's like, yo, Daniel, man, like I think you're smoking too much weed, or I think you like starting to like let yourself go a bit, like you're not active, you seem a little bit down, like your energy's down, like I think you need to like try to figure something out to like pick yourself back up. And then in their head they're like, he's right, but then they still go the opposite way. I just never, I get the whole figuring it out, like what to do, but if you know what it is, I don't ever understand what it is.
That's actually what I'm saying. It takes practice. The whole escapism part of it, it actually takes practice, bro. Like you get better at it the longer you do it. It's not a rationale thing. If you're somebody who's not in it, if you're somebody who's never even been in it, it's not gonna make sense at all.
Yeah.
But bro, it's just like anything else. You practice that same fucking mentality,
Yeah.
eventually it's your life.
Yeah.
And at some point, that percentage might be, in your head. I'm thinking right now, same way you said it. Somebody says something to you in your head, you think about it right away. At a certain point, it starts being you only think about it later. At some point, it starts being you only think about it a month later or 6 months later. Like this association is a motherfucker, bro.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. As soon as I notice certain of those characteristics, though, for me, I try to get away because like, again, that's practice fucking behavior. Who
It
the
is.
fuck am I gonna
Yeah.
be to fucking? How am I gonna? I can't fix people, bro. I
No,
can't
for
fix
sure.
that. You know what I
No,
mean?
but yourself fixing yourself.
No, I understand that.
So I always do my best. No one's perfect, and I'm not perfect, but I understand, and I've come to the conclusion that I always have to lean towards what's most uncomfortable. Because I think that's what's gonna fix the problem.
You notice that it makes sense. It works for
exactly.
you.
I feel like every time I lean towards what's easy, whether it's staying home, not doing this, calling in sick, not having that talk, whatever the case may be, avoiding that confrontation, that tension, that suffering.
No, I hear you.
I can't, like, it never turns out better than if I went towards the other way. If I went towards the conversations, right?
Yeah.
I feel the same as well.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a lot to do, like, you have to be aware of yourself.
Yeah.
And then also having an environment where you can, that it's cultivated. Because it's something I've even said to you, like, I would never wake up at 5 in the morning to fucking work. But, like, the moment I start working, like, having people who do the same thing, it's easier to do it because, like, there's people holding you accountable, and it's like, it becomes a norm.
Yeah,
but
that's action. I believe that's action. But I think that in terms of knowing yourself or being self-aware, I think you can't do that with other people.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to spend time with your, like, I think you have to spend time with yourself. So like I was saying, like going on runs, no music, that's a time for me.
Oh, I thought you meant you can't expect that out of other people.
No. I'm saying, like, I can't. If I don't know myself, how am I gonna find myself around other people?
I hear you, man. It's
you know,
tough.
like that's why I respect people who like travel by themselves and like go to all these places.
So like, scary, bro.
That's
bro,
what I'm
that's
saying.
Knowing the world we live in,
They
I'm terrified.
backpack, they go to hostels, they do all this stuff. It's like finding yourself, and I respect that so much. Not like I think I could do that too, and I would do that if I needed
That's
to.
different. You're over 6 feet, bro. What
Yeah,
are you
true.
saying?
Yeah, some of these. Yeah,
like, what are you saying,
Yeah.
bro?
No,
I think about it at my size.
you.
I'm like, bro, the type of niggas that try me, bro. Now I'm
got
going around the world.
Yeah. No, I got you.
You know,
But
It
you'd
is
be
scary.
surprised.
But like
though.
even just
It's-
anything,
Yeah.
just spending
I would
time
love
by
to be
yourself.
surprised. I would actually love to be surprised.
Hiking, going on a hike by yourself, just
yeah.
being
Yeah.
in nature by yourself. That's like people are afraid to be in their own thoughts.
I hear you.
And then starting like, you know what I'm saying?
I
So
hear
it's
you.
like that's the.
I think if you've escaped for so long, why would you want to like? And that shit's piled up for so long.
It's scary.
It's gonna stink way worse than if you would have chopped at it.
For sure.
So of course it's scary. So, but you gotta start
scary.
somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere, and
Fuck
I
it.
think that's where it is. It's like no phone, no. Oh, you want to hang out? Always needing people
Yeah.
around you. It's like let me take a week, 2 weeks. Let me just be by myself. There's no like you don't have to work on you. It's not like exercise. Just be in your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Figure out what you want. Figure out what makes you happy. Figure out what makes you unhappy. Like how do you feel after you eat that meal?
Yeah.
How are you feeling after you sit at home all day on your computer working for fucking 12 hours, going to sleep, waking up, doing the same thing again? Are you happy about that? Do you feel good?
Yeah.
Does it, when you wake up, are you like, fuck yeah, let's tackle this day? Or is it like, fuck, I want to go back to sleep. I can't believe it's only Tuesday. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like just spend time with yourself and figure out what you want. It doesn't matter what anyone else wants or anyone else wants from you. What do you want? And then you have to put in the work to if you really want it.
Yeah.
If you really want it, you'll put in the work towards it.
Which I'm starting to believe the older I get that there are people that legitimately are happy not wanting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And that's fine.
Which was hard for me to wrap my mind around before. Because same thing that you were saying earlier, if you know this and you know this, why wouldn't you do this?
Yeah.
But then it's like
It's because they look out. They look and see this, and they think they need to have that when they don't. That's not what makes them happy.
which is crazy because it's like you're so focused on the wrong thing that it feels right, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's easy to say no to other people's
Maybe.
stuff,
I don't
right? Like, for example, if I explain to John, like, he says, let's go for it, and I'm like, bro, I'm not into running. It doesn't work for me. It's easier for him to respect my no
For sure.
because I'm giving him a reason why.
For sure.
And it's well
not
thought
just
out.
canceling on him.
Yeah.
Not just canceling on him.
Yeah.
So even like that conversation had me, I'm like, why have I not been working out? Why am I avoiding this? It's like I didn't really want it.
Yeah.
And the more I switched my mindset, it's easier for me like not give excuses.
For sure. And I respect that. I respect that way more. I respect being like, probably let's do a CrossFit workout. You're like, I don't fuck with CrossFit. I'm like, say less. Cool. But like if you're like, oh, I fucking used to do CrossFit. I used to do this. I used to do that. I'm da 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 da. And I'm like, all right, let's go right now. And you're like, nah. And I'm like, that's when it's like a different story.
And I don't even think saying that you don't want it is an excuse. I think that's the reality of it.
No, it's not an excuse. No, he said it was an excuse.
Yeah.
He's saying that he's saying if he said that, it's easier for me to take.
Yeah.
And it
But
is.
I thought right after you said like it was an excuse.
No, as in like it's easier for me to explain no instead of me just giving an excuse without a reason. Isn't it how when you can smell the bullshit when people are telling you stuff?
Right.
Whereas if I'm like, hey, like, listen, Daniel, I'm not into running, it's different as to like, oh, like, okay, I'll see you, and then canceling,
yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
right?
Being straightforward.
I hear you. I appreciate it personally.
Yeah. Me too. I'm like, okay, you don't have to.
And
like if you tell me you're about it and I ask you to do it, and then you keep constantly giving me excuses, I'm like, okay, that's bullshit.
It also for me makes it that like same you brought up about Abdul like about I don't know if you said this on camera or off camera. I'm trying to think right now. Do you care?
I guess not. Oh no! Why? Like we used to be friends?
Yeah. And then at some point you were like, yeah, but then I had to stop hanging out with him because
he knows that. I told him that.
You were like,
I don't know if I told you that.
Yeah, you know, I know. Yeah, we had this conversation.
Me and Abdul used to be tight, and then he wanted to do the comic thing, and then he had all these great ideas, and like not just Abdul, like I had other friends that like always had these great ideas, but like never put them into action.
I feel that.
And then over time, it was just like. It was kind of like frustrating as a friend to be like, you keep talking about these things but not doing it.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought up Abdul, because it was relatable. Yeah. And it's like, yo, it actually seeps into the other parts of your friendship, not just like
it does.
those things you talked about.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Which some people will make it like, yo, this guy is just so over analyzing, and he was just like, it's all about, at the end of the day, I just canceled a run. No, bro. It's not that. It's realistic. If we're actually going to be honest and really like analyze it for what it is.
Yeah, it's a bit deeper than that.
100%. There's some people right now that I've given up when it comes to, even when they reach out to me to be like, yo, let's link up next week. I don't even respond to that part of the text.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you know our history where you've been flaky, I expect let's link up on Monday. I have this time open, this time what's open for you. Because I already did all the work, my nigga.
Sure.
I've already proved myself type shit. And I'm not going to stop, but you got to fucking do some work.
That's what I'm so perfect. Example,
you know what I'm saying?
Perfect example is that was the situation where I'm like, okay, he's like, they're not ready, or Abdul's not ready to like actually do. And then as soon as I seen him book a show, I was fucking there. Or as soon as he was hosting at the cafe, I was fucking. As soon as he posted his poster, I was like, yo, you're doing a fucking show? He's like, yeah. I'm right there.
Once it starts affecting you in any non-positive manner, I think it makes sense for you to like. Not even like you don't even got to separate. You could really just take your distance.
Yeah, because it was for me personally, it was a bit of an energy sucker because like there was support that I wanted to give, that I couldn't give because it wasn't being done. So it's like him being like, oh, I want to be a fucking videographer, and he's like, I'm gonna do this and that. I'm like, yo, I have work, but then I couldn't give him work because he wasn't buying the equipment or he wasn't doing this. So I'm like,
and that's the non-positive energy I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. It's negative.
If it's anything non-positive, which obviously is negative, but if you say it like that, it's like But you know what I mean? Like it's at the end of the day, you're sucking.
Energy sucking.
Because you need energy too.
Yeah. Like, so I'm like, I want to fucking I want to be there for him, but he's not allowing me to.
Yeah.
And you know, it's dope that you as a person realize that you have such a big heart that like you need to remove yourself from that situation. Because some people end up in such shitty situations, relationships or fucking friendships, because you just want to give, you're a giver, but the person is literally just a taker. They don't give back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and instead of you being like, I can do better. You don't believe that for yourself, so it's like maybe I'll give more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's happened to me. It's probably gonna happen again in my lifetime because I know how I'm built. But it's definitely not the same. We're not playing the same game anymore. I'll tell you.
But I'm also okay being by myself or having no friends. I think obviously everyone wants friends, but like I'm told, like, even if I didn't have Katrina, like I'm okay by myself.
Yeah. I like friends.
Where it's like I do too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, let's say like you're a bunch of your good friends, best friends, weren't really doing stuff, and you were trying to like do something.
You got to do what you got to do.
You have to do what you got to do. And like me seeing them at this party where it's everybody, but I wasn't invited. Or it's like all the high school people and I wasn't invited. All the people I used to hang out with, fucking be brothers with. But because I'm trying to go somewhere and they're doing their own thing or staying wherever they're staying, now I'm looking at that. I'm like, fuck, I'm okay with that. Because I know like at the end of the day, like all these parties and all these link ups and all these things are great. You don't even remember 99% of them.
That's fair.
Like 99% of the parties you went to in high school, you do not remember. You just remember the one where someone got knocked out, or someone got thrown out the fucking window, or someone got their TV stolen at their crib. But then, like, the rest of them, it's just all a blur.
I used to low-key steal niggas' cutlery and shit.
Bro, I remember when fucking they threw this party and people were stealing, like, salt shakers and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Just fucking around.
Because I realized, first of all, one of my homies
I'm like, what you gonna do with that vase,
mattress, my nigga. My homie took a mattress.
How the fuck do you leave
house.
A party with a mattress?
First of all, slid that bitch out the fucking, or downstairs.
Yeah.
Went out the fucking front, and this dude's, bro, that shit was hilarious, but I felt so bad, bro. You wake up sober, you realize your mom's room doesn't have a bed anymore.
Nothing.
Where is it? Middle of the fucking street. All the neighbors can see it. It's fucking hilarious.
I felt bad for those people. But, like, so most of the parties, there wasn't, like, any crazy damage, but there was a couple parties where, like, people got their shit stolen, and, like, their parents were away for, like, 3 days. So I'm like,
oh, you're fucked.
You know when they're coming back.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Like, imagine coming back. Like, you have kids. Imagine coming back from a vacation, just you and your wife. 50 years old, 55 years old, your fucking Tempur-Pedic's gone.
Bro, are you kidding me? I went to high school parties in Surrey where motherfucker there was a hole in the wall. And now we're getting kicked out, and obviously the chick again. The parents went away and she threw a party. Where it's like, bruh, hole in the wall, my nigga. At 16, what are you supposed to do about that? You know what I mean? Patch that bitch up.
Yeah, you just patch it.
I mean, now you can though. I mean, like with YouTube, I feel like it's easier.
I know, but like,
now
just
you can.
remember where you're at. 16 years old, where you're at mentally, not where you're at right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
forgot about that.
nigga, I am shitting myself. I'll probably pass out.
Yeah.
I'll probably see the whole pass out. Wake
you
up,
wouldn't
think it's a
even know what to
dream,
do. You
pass out
wouldn't even
again.
think of
I wouldn't.
solutions. You would
I'd
just
panic
panic.
for a solid 24 hours.
Yeah. You'd be
And then I'd think, oh, okay, I could get it fixed, and then think about the money I
But
got to
now
spend
it's like
for
I put
it.
a hole in the wall, be like, yo, can you come patch this up real quick? I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop.
Bro, like at 17, the money you have to spend to fix that is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Nobody has
And
that.
It seems like $1 million.
It is.
Seems like $1 million.
You know what I mean? I'm happy in high school I wasn't so stressed about shit.
Yeah.
Like I
I
didn't.
was so broke in high school, man. That's why I shout out.
You
to
don't need
fucking-
money in high school. What do you need
No,
money
you
for?
do.
Yeah.
No.
do
Some
you
of my
need money
friends.
for?
No, like not money. I had no money
What do you need money for though?
to go fucking eat, to
Your
do anything.
parents,
Go to.
what are your parents in your life for?
I got no money.
Well, you don't need money for. Yo, your parents supposed to take care of your food, your
No.
housing, those type of things. So you're
No.
blessed.
But when you're out, like you're eating at home.
Yeah.
It's like you go home
I guess
and you have dinner.
you're just a bougie nigga. This nigga likes
No,
to eat
no,
all
no.
this shit.
No.
I
get what he's saying.
I'm talking like
and
after
it's like,
school,
I
you're
know.
chilling with your boys. And it's
I-
like, let's go get a slice of pizza.
For me,
and
I
you
never.
can't buy one.
I didn't often do that unless my,
Oh,
my
okay.
sister paid for that. It just seemed like a waste of money. It didn't make sense to me.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Cause, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not from here.
Like
Like,
I
that's
pack,
how we
yeah.
did.
Like I used to pack food, fam.
Yeah, or it's like it's Friday night and you're going out with the boys and like
Yeah.
you don't have money for liquor, you don't have money for McDonald's, you don't have money to pitch in for weed, nothing, like zero,
It's crazy.
like $5.
I never even paid for liquor in high school. I don't think. Still,
Who paid for it?
just you pull up and it's there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
see, that's one of those niggas. This guy never pitched
Bring
in,
your own
eh?
bottle. I'm like, I got the cup.
You know what's sick about it too? I would
You know
pull up.
how many
we
times I
would-
had to ask Abdul?
No, but it would. Hold up, it would be sick as fuck because you pull up and it's like niggas actually fuck with you so much they run up to you with a bottle and be like,
Yeah.
So it was sick. Like I never like there's. I'm sure even though I can't remember right now, I'm sure there's times I'd spend money on those type of things. Yeah, but like in high school, especially thinking about it, bro. At no point do you need to be like people that were like, I work every day after school. I'm
No.
like,
We're not talking about that.
No, I'm saying
Okay.
I know, but I'm saying that's a hyperbole of it. Of like, yo, what do you need all this money for? Like even just money for like buying stuff, I understand, but like all the time going out to eat, nigga.
Or
shit.
saving
mean, no,
for,
it's-
saving
I mean,
for your
If you're in
future.
high school, nigga, shit. Like,
Saving for your future. Maybe your
I feel
parents
like-
taught you like money.
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially
a
if your
part
parents
time
are well
part-time
off.
job makes sense.
Yeah. But even like what if
But
your
I
parents,
guess it depends on the situation. Depends
Yeah.
how shitty your situation
Yeah.
is. Right?
Or you're smart and
Yeah.
you're like people, like your parents invest in, be like, hey, I'm not gonna give you shit once you're 18, so you better start saving now. And like, okay, how do I make? Okay, well, save 30% of your check or whatever, and your parents are actually teaching you money stuff, and then you actually follow their leads. So like all of a sudden, you can buy a car when you're 17. You know those kids with cars.
That's unfortunate though, like, cause then your whole teenagehood, instead of, you know how now, I'm personally, the reason why I say what I say is cause I'm happy as fuck of like how carefree I was at that time. Cause you deserve that as a kid, bro. So it's like, even looking at a kid this high and you think you're just making them work their whole life, at what point do they look back and we're like, that was nice, that was so cool. You gotta have those stages. So like thinking about like working full time, even if it's to buy your own car, if it's something that you want, regardless what it is, I feel like you're just like low key, high key taking away the teenage experience from yourself because you're gonna do this for a long time still.
I
in the
think
future.
you can have a balance, man. I
think
get what
you
you're
can have a
saying.
balance
Like
too,
I
like-
think
Working full time.
No,
Well,
I'm
you
not
can't-
saying
not in high school because you
full-time.
can't work full time.
That's what I'm
in high
talking
school.
about though.
Yeah. But who's working full
What's-
time in high school?
I know people who worked full time in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
How do
Some
you-
some of them it made sense.
Like what are they like? Give me an
And
example
the other
of
one it
hours.
didn't make sense. Like full time, nigga, 40 hours a week.
No, like you're going to school from 8 to 3.
Yeah.
And then what? You're working from like 3:30 to like 9.
And they work till fucking nighttime, bro. Everybody has different situations. That's why I
Like-
remembered it earlier, and I humbled myself and I changed my situation, my answer and shit. But like there's some people that I did know that just did that straight up.
Like,
just for the
did
fuck
they
of it because
need
they
it?
like to spend
What was the reason for
money.
it?
They want to. They're saving. Same thing you said. It's like it's smart, sure, but like it's the same thing as like overworking is a real thing though.
For some.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever overworked. People tell
Overworking
me
is
I
a
work-
real thing.
People
but
tell
like
me I work
that's
too
not
much.
overworking to you
But
though.
thing
But
is-
you can get to that level though.
Yeah.
You can get to that level.
sure.
But I feel like Daniel with you, it's not overworking because you might not notice, but hanging around, you actually take time for yourself.
I do.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
so it's
like,
different.
This is
Yeah.
time for myself.
Yeah.
You're not overworking you. This is different. I'm saying like, I don't know. Maybe maybe it'll make sense for some people that are peeping it, but
No,
it doesn't really make sense to be having a full-time job in high school when you don't.
No, I
you wait-
agree.
You know
I don't
when you
think-
don't need
No,
to
no,
like
I
that.
would not. Yeah, I would.
It's crazy.
I would not tell anybody to get a full-time job.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
But I was telling people that did it just because.
But like when you're talking about having money, I'm not
sense.
talking about like money. I'm talking like my allowance was like $20 for a whole week, maybe. Like Sunday I'm getting $20, and Sunday has $20 has to last me from like Sunday to next Sunday. And like pizza costs like 2 pieces of pizza is like $4. And like so that's and I got $16 left. It's like how am I gonna spread $16 out?
Grade 12,
days?
when I realized how many people like even just like the $5 a day type of thing.
Yeah.
When I realized that is actually grade 12 when I was like, oh shit, all these people, because everybody starts driving, so you realize like who has more freedom and shit, and you realize who's always going out to eat. And I'm like, damn, bro, I've packed so much that I've probably saved not only myself but my parents as well. Money is because we don't get like allowance and shit.
Yeah.
Again,
You still got that or what?
niggas are living for free, fam.
You still got that?
What, allowance?
No, the money that you saved
What money
from
did I
packing
save?
lunches?
From packing lunches?
Yeah.
My parents could probably show you with how quickly the mortgage is being paid off.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. Is that the answer you were looking for, nigga?
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying like I thought you were saying you had like money to spend that you didn't spend because you packed your
Nah,
lunch.
just in general, like, yo, the money you would have spent, like, that's the money that I never spent. I never had the opportunity to even spend that money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And also, that's another practice of just bad behavior. Why do I need to be spending that much money? Like, I think the reason why now I don't feel the need to be going out as often is just because of
you
that.
didn't back then.
Especially when I saw everybody around me getting it, and like I didn't really like feel the need to. That was like the practicing like building stages because it's like everybody's doing it but you ain't doing it. And then now I'm like, yo, it actually makes sense. I really need it.
See, that's what's so smart about immigrants, man. They just know how to come here and just fucking save their money, no matter how much money they make.
Bro, my parents are G's, bro.
Yeah. So when did they move here? Like what age?
Approximately. I don't know
Approximately.
their age. We're gonna talk about age like that all the time, but we moved here in 2008 or 2009, I believe.
And you were how old?
I was 9, turning 10.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
I'm always 1 or 2. I'm always 1 year off, I think.
Yeah. It's because it's always different. Like my mom moved here when she was 9, so she didn't understand like. Well, she did to some degree, but like at 9 years old, you're not gonna understand at like 18. Like how it is like growing up. Like obviously you don't have any money in Jamaica and stuff like that. Like it's a third world country. But like in terms of like finances, like you don't understand that. But if you move here when you're 20 or 25, it's a little different where you're like, oh, I've been working and saving and not spending shit. So when I come here and maybe I'm making a bit more, I'm still not spending shit.
And at that point, the amount of like immigrants that I know, especially if they go, because first of all, they move here for school, and depending what age they are and what their upbringing was, they work hard as a motherfucker. Like you said, they already have that instilled in them, and it's like, bro, the amount of bread they have on them, even though they don't flex it like that, but it's like, bro, like my brother, I know this nigga got bread, bro. I know, you know what I'm saying? I don't even talk to this guy. He's the cheapest nigga I know, bro. But bro, I'm telling you, he's never had a fancy this, that, and this type of job. But just watching his spending habits, I know this nigga got bread, bro. At all times, like anything could happen, I know this nigga got it. For him. Like if anything happened to him, I gotta specify that, niggas. Shit.
My starter goes out. I ain't calling that.
I'm telling you can't get your hopes up, nigga. Done that way too many times. Tell you that much. But anywho, hey, let's unpack. What did this nigga say?
I
said
I'm
he's a functional alcoholic.
Yeah. So
I feel like I can kind of relate to that.
What do you?
You can relate to that? Yeah.
What do you?
I just mean like I'm not a like.
Nigga's happy you found a partner.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no, I gotta hear what he says first. I might take it back. But
So like functional alcoholic, like I'm not drunk, but like I can have drinks and like still do shit.
Yeah.
oh
Like
yeah,
a lot of people,
100%.
like will only drink when they're like going out for dinner and like that, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like right now, if it's like, oh, we got this to do and this to do and this to do, but we have like an hour, I can go have like 3-4 drinks.
I don't think that's a
do
functioning
stuff.
alcoholic. I think functioning alcoholic is like every day
You're drunk?
you're drinking, but you're functioning.
Interesting.
Because most people are functioning. If that's what functioning alcoholic means.
Yeah, no, I don't think,
most
people
would.
I don't think most people can have 4 beers right now and then go to work and like do their shit.
No.
What percentage of people do you think
That can't do it?
can?
That
Probably
can?
10 to 15.
Yeah, I'd say between 10 and 15.
telling you.
Really?
Most people like one would
actually, no, you're right.
not want to work, or they just be.
I just have to
super
think back
sloppy.
to the club. I don't know why I'm.
Yeah, like without
What
it
am I saying?
affecting them, they probably could do it for like 3-4 months, but at one point it would start affecting them.
I'm so happy that fucking that's not me, bro. The fact that I can really just be working in those environments is fucking makes me happy.
That's good. Some people go on some dark paths in those environments.
It's just dangerous because I know I can be an alcoholic. If I wanted to be.
It's very easy.
And I could sell it for a long time.
But that's the thing, man. Like that's where the self-awareness comes. Because I mean, like even me, like just being around, I'm like, I can't be around this.
And then it would get a lot worse because people that cared about you would give you that pass because you're in that environment.
And now you feel like you've been
right.
right.
Oh, it makes sense.
You've been right all along.
Yeah, and he works in the club. Like,
or they can't even tell.
You know,
like, they have half the time people can't even tell when they're drunk.
Yeah,
so,
bro. Me too.
So you could literally get away with it.
Right. I think I got to talk to Olo about this. One time I went to go drop off some laundry at his crib because he did it at my sister or my crib or whatever, and I was dropping her off, and like he came outside with Chelsea, and this nigga fucking grabbed my bottle and smelt it because he thought I was drinking. It was fucking hilarious. Should we have a shot?
What?
Should we have a shot or what?
Right now? We can do a shot.
I'm down. I didn't drive.
Let's end it though. We gotta end it.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it on that.
Yeah, we're gonna end it on a shot.
Alcoholism is not good unless you can function.
Yeah.
Just let that marinate.
For sure. No, I thought that was like a prerequisite.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be drinking if you're trying to escape shit. Just deal with your shit.
Yeah. I personally don't know many people that do. That drink to escape.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know a lot.
Did you know that Captain Crunch only became a captain when he turned 50?
No. I didn't even know Captain Crunch was a real nigga.
I'm just letting you know, man. Don't give up on your dreams, guys.
I didn't even know Captain Crunch
I agree with that, but I'm not trying to make it when I'm 50, dog. Damn.
We're doing a shot? Let's do a shot right now. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
We'll see you next week.